Hello guys. So I am finally doing part 4 of the Scratch Brawl game. So yeah, I think this is very anticipated, so that's why I'm doing it, and a lot of people were asking for more. So the first step is to just delete that other project. It is horrible. And I just realized how terrible the code was. So the second step, create a new project. Because, oh my gosh, the other one was actually absolutely horrible. And I think it was like 5 months ago that I made this or something. That I did part 3 at least. Okay. So first of all, let's just name this project Scratch Brawl or whatever you want. So yeah, first let's just delete that cat. And let's just paint a sprite. So Scratch has definitely changed. I'm not used to seeing this like gray box around it. Is this? And before we do anything, let's just set the X and Y position to 0, 0. And rename the sprite to player 1. Let's also rename the costume to player 1. Okay, good. Let's turn the outline off, so just set that to 0. You can make whatever color you want your player to, whatever color you want your player to be. It does not really matter because we're gonna change that entire thing like maybe at the end. So let's just make this guy red. Oh, beautiful. Let's switch to now think about it, let's make an outline. So let's make it 10 outline and then a dark red around 50 brightness. Okay, so let's switch to the square tool and let's click, hold shift, and then drag your mouse while still holding shift. Okay, that is not our completed player. Let's switch the fill to black and set the outline to 0. These will be the player's eyes. So let's just do that. Copy and paste, Control C, Control V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's just move it over. I'm just moving over using the arrow keys. So that is beautiful right there. A little derpy, if you know what I mean. And let's just set this size, I don't know, like 20. Let's just try 15. We want it to look very nice. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so now let's just make the ground. We'll just call this levels. And so we can actually see the ground. Let's go to the backdrop right here. And we want to hit convert to bitmap. And using the fill tool, we just want to set the saturation to 0, turn it to a little bit gray, then fill. Mwah. That looks beautiful. Okay, so save the project. And let's go back to the levels. Let's rename costume 1 to just 1, because this will be our level 1. You'll see why you have to name it. So just to be clear, you have to name it level. You have to name it 1, not anything else. It has to be 1. Let's take the rectangle tool and let's make it a little less gray. I'm kind of new to this like thing. First of all, let's also center it, then make the box. So I'm assuming whatever is in this vicinity gets shown on the screen. So if I like do half, yep. Okay, if you're wondering how to undo what the shortcut is, Command Z if you're on a Mac and Control Z if you're on a PC. So let's just make a simple test level really quick. Then the roof. Okay. So on my platformer tutorial, a lot of people got mad because I copied FunNut, but just to be clear, I'll just say how you can expand upon that. And I wanted to get things done straight because I don't really remember, but I think he messed up sometimes. Okay, so with the level code, we don't have to do anything yet, but let's just drag the levels first. Okay, on the player code, here is where we have to do some things. We want to do one click. We want to switch the backdrop to backdrop 1. I'm just rename backdrop 1 to normal background. So I'm just used to coding in Visual Studios and in Unity. That's kind of messing with me. You know what? Normal backdrop. Normal backdrop. Disgusting. How about normal game? Okay, good. Now we want to make some variables. We want to just delete this my variable. So the variables that we want to make, I think will be public. Let me just check. Yep. Okay, we want to make a variable called x. Let's just do this in all caps to signify that this is public. Xval 1. You'll see why we have to name it 1. Okay, then one more called yval 1. Okay, those are all the variables that we have to make right now. Then we want to, at the beginning, set xval1 and set yval1 both to 0. We want to set the rotation style to left and right. And let's just say go to 0, 0 right now. We will make a starting position later when we make the AI, which will be next time. We also want to say go to front layer, set size to 15, and show. I just do all of this code. It's kind of unnecessary, but it kind of is. Because Scratch in play mode, when you change something, when you exit play mode, it does not change back to normal. I do not really like that now that I found Unity. So yeah. So let's just make a forever loop, and we are going to make a custom block now. Okay, let's see. What do we want for this? Well, I'm just looking at the code on my other computer, so I can just see. Okay, this looks good. Let's just call this platform slash versus slash single. This is mainly because we will have other modes, so we just want to like set it straight. We want to run without screen a refresh. We want to add an input called movement speed. We want to add another one called gravity, another one called friction, another one called jump height, and one more called, let's not do that yet because we have not gotten there. We still have to add more weapons and stuff. Okay, now just press OK. Just drag this boy over here and drag this block in the forever loop. Okay, so this will kind of be a big project. This will have a lot of episodes warning really quick. So yeah, so we just want to set the movement speed to 3, the gravity to -1, the friction to 0.7, and the jump height to 12. Okay, good. So for this video, we're just gonna do the simple platformer. This code was made by FunNut, because I have to give credit to him. I realize that now. So yeah. So we have to, so if we want to do this right, we have to make another costume for the player. Let's just duplicate the player and drag that one to the top. Let's just call this one hitbox, and the other one is player 1. So let's just fill the hitbox in with all black. Eh, eh. Pretty sure that the computer just crashed. Great. There we go. We're back. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. This Mac is old. I just want to use the same thing because this has QuickTime Player on it. So yeah. Okay, so after we do that, we want to go back to the code, and we want to say switch costume to hitbox, change YVAL1 by negative 0.75, and then we want to do if we want to add or if right arrow key pressed or key D pressed, sorry, then it will say point in direction 90, and it will change xval1 by movement speed. Okay. So then we want to just duplicate this. You can duplicate by right-clicking or on a trackpad using 2 fingers and clicking down at once. This time we want to say if key left arrow or key A press. We want to point in direction negative 90, and we also want to change xval1 by movement speed times -1, so we move the opposite way. Okay, so then after this we want to set xval to xval multiplied by the friction, so he slides a little bit so it's a bit more realistic. And after that we want to do change x by xval. So now when we play, he should still be a hitbox, but when we press A or D, he should move to the left and right, and he should do that with the arrow keys too. Okay, good. Okay, so now we can say this part is a little bit confusing, I'm warning you. But this code was provided by somebody else. I forget who it was though. If touching levels, it will change Y by 1. I want to duplicate that, put that inside there, and then duplicate both of these, put those inside of there, and we just want to do that one more time, just like that. I don't really get it either. Okay, good. Then we want to just duplicate it one more time, but then take the change Y out. So it will just be change X by xval times -1. Sorry guys, I'm just getting used to Scratch again. I've been working on Unity like I've been saying. Of course, not on this awful Mac, with another computer. And then we want to do change x by -1. We want to just duplicate that. Say change x by 1 right there. And then we just want to change y block. We want to say change y by -5. And then, still in that, we want to do if or if key up arrow or key W pressed. Okay. And then an if else, if xval is greater than 0, I don't really know why we need that, and it will set xval to -8, otherwise it will set it to 8. Well, okay then. I actually lied. Instead of an if, we want to change this into an if else. Okay, just like that. So we want to do if key up arrow is pressed or key W, else, then we will do something like that. And then in the else part, we will just set xval1 to 0. Okay. Then at the bottom of this huge massive block, we just want to do change y by yval, and then if touching levels, we want to change yval by -1, or we want to change y by yval multiplied by -1, and then set yval to 0. And at the bottom of that, we want to change y by -1. I'll explain this code in a second if I can. We'll remember what it does. Then we want to do if touching levels, and then hold on. Okay. Then we want to do that if if touching levels, and then key up arrow or W is pressed, then it will I'm very sorry, I'm just trying to read what this massive clump of code does. We want to set yval to 10. Then we want to change y by 1, and then switch costume to player 01. We're also going to broadcast a message really quick. This is for the future. We want to broadcast. Hang on. This is for the weapon. Okay. So when we have finished that, let's just save the project. Now, when we press play, the player should fall to the ground. And when we can still move around, we can jump, and we can hit our heads on the ceiling and go up slopes. Yeah, and we can wall jump. Sort of. Okay. So I think that is all for this video, for part 1 of this beautiful game. So yeah, that is it, guys. Bye.